Hi there, this is Jacob Williams, and over the last 5 years I've helped over 350 students to improve their results in GCSE English by learning skills and attributes which work at a deeper level and can be applied to other areas of your studies as well. So in this video, I'm going to tell you about the 3 things that are essential to success. 3 methods that all of my most successful students have had. Methods that have allowed some students to jump by 5 or 6 grades in the space of a few months, have allowed a far larger number to gain between 2 and 4 grades in a similar period of time. And I've noticed that all of those students who've achieved great things like this, all of them have these 3 things in common. So I'm going to share those 3 things with you and show you some things you can do to apply them in your own studies. Number 1 is they have a great environment. So these students who are successful understand that the environment that you are surrounded by has a big impact on what you do. Now, the reason for that is that our actions come from identity. So we start with being. We start with who we think we are. Every time you say to yourself, I am, or I am not, you're reinforcing your sense of identity. So students that have a negative identity, that think they are not smart, who say things to themselves like, I'm not good at this subject, I don't know how to do this, I'm not clever, I don't have potential, then those things become a self-fulfilling prophecy. And as a result, those students don't succeed. On the other hand, the way we change our identity is by changing our environment. So your environment is many things. It's your physical environment. It's your own body, your physical health. It's your natural environment. Most importantly, it is your social environment, who you're surrounded by. If you're surrounded by people who are positive, who are motivating, who are inspiring, you're more likely to develop that positive self-image. And when you do, that is when amazing things happen. If you believe that you are a hard-working student, that you are a determined student, that you are a capable student, you make that a prophecy that becomes true because your actions come from what you think you are. So it's not that our actions make us who we are. It's what we believe about ourselves gives us motivation, and motivation gives us action, and action gives us a result. So that's the order of priority that we have to think about. Now, the second thing that the most successful students do is they are consistent. So what they realize is that most of the time, what we do most of the day, it's automatic. It's on autopilot. So we get up at the same time every day. We go and have a shower. We get dressed. We go to school. We do all these things without thinking about it, automatically, without any conscious effort. It's just natural and automatic. Now, if you can apply that wisdom to your studies, if you can build a routine that's natural and automatic, then after a few months, and it takes a few months to build a habit, after a few months, you'll find it's easier to study than it is not to. It's difficult to break that habit. You feel weird and it feels unnatural not to follow the habit, and it's effortless to stick to it. And that is how you build up results over time, doing a moderate amount, but often, not working in huge bursts and getting burnt out and tired, but building a routine that's consistent, that can last for years, maybe even decades, if you apply it university, college, and continue to educate yourself throughout your life as well. Building a study routine is incredibly powerful because it turns what is hard into something easy by making it part of your psychology, making it a positive addiction that it's hard to break and you don't want to ever quit and go back. So those are the first 2 things. You with me so far? The environment, who you're surrounded by, and your routine. Now, the third thing that most successful students do and have is they have a strategy. They don't rely on luck. They also don't rely on brute force, on just putting in more time, just studying harder, doing more work. Now, the more important thing is quality, not quantity. It's not the amount of work, the number of hours that make the most difference to your results. What actually makes the most difference is the quality of what you do in those hours. You could spend 4 hours every day just reading a book. because that's advice students are sometimes given for English. Just go and read more, right? But it won't make that much difference because you're not necessarily teaching yourself the skills you really need for the exams. How to write essays, how to structure arguments, how to analyze, how to evaluate, compare, infer. These things are very exact and specific. You need a strategy to learn them. Now, in order to have that strategy, you need to be getting regular and accurate feedback on your work. And that is so important. You need to be able to actually get guidance on what you've done well, what you've done less well, and precisely what you need to change and improve next time. Otherwise, you are flailing about in the dark. It's like going to the gym and not knowing which muscles are stronger or weaker. You don't know where to begin, and you might do something that actually doesn't help you or even harms you because you don't know your strengths and weaknesses. You don't know your own needs. You will not be effective without that